really something when low-income people who have not been part of the political calculus really start organizing, and they are organizing. They're organizing on a non-racial basis. And if you're from North Carolina, you know that's a big deal. And you should also know that the newest and fastest growing NAACP chapter is in Asheville, North Carolina, 95% white community. They started their NAACP chapter. They said, you guys, can we use this thing to fight against this governor who's trying to stop the expansion of Medicaid? They said, yeah, you can. They said, well, we want to do that. And they're organizing with people all over their state. There's this group called the Domestic Workers Alliance. These are the maids, y'all. These women are maids. And they're organizing all over this country. They're fighting for paid sick day in California. I'm telling you, we are in a progressive moment right now. On May 15th, we had 150 cities where fast food workers making $7.25 went on strike, and there were 30 countries that had solidarity strikes right along with them. I'm telling you, and when you talk about movement politics, nothing moves all together at the same time, but the progress is absolutely undeniable. And I'm telling you that people look to our state, Minnesota, they look to the land of Humphrey, the land of Wellstone, to help make a bold, unapologetic call for human solidarity, harmony with this earth we live in, and a fair pay for and prosperity for all. And we can't let the country down. They count on us for this kind of stuff, and we're not going to stop. And I just want to tell you that this Progressive Caucus that you guys have is awesome. I'm a member, actually co-chair of the Progressive Caucus in Congress. And just last night, feeling the progressive energy all across this nation, there's an appropriations bill, a money bill, to spend money that was up. We debated until 1:15 in the morning last night. And that's why my voice is kind of going out a little bit. But around 12:15 in the morning, we got a chance to put on an amendment that said that if you're a federal contractor and if you have violated the Fair Labor Standards Act, that you cannot benefit from a federal contract. You will be denied access to these federal contracts. It's not all good news, because even though 100% of all the Democrats voted for it, even the Blue Dogs, and we had 10 Republicans vote for it, still wasn't enough to pass it. But think about that for a moment. I mean, we're not going to be doing nothing but appropriation bills from today until August 1st. And we're going to bring this amendment up every single time. Because people working for the federal government or for a contractor who works for the federal government, they shouldn't be, Uncle Sam shouldn't be leading the race to the bottom. Right? That's right. The government should be setting good, fair labor standards. And I want to tell you that we did fight over a year ago for the president to issue an executive order raising the pay of people who work for federal contractors. We fought for a full year. Every time I saw Obama, I handed him a letter saying, raise the pay. Did it personally. Put it in his hand. He would do this with it. I said, the last time I did it, he said, you can leave me alone now because we're about to announce we're going to do it. And he did issue that executive order. And he might think that he's done dealing with us in executive order, but he's not. Because we got an executive order coming saying that if you want a contract with the federal government, you must recognize the right to collective bargaining. You must. And we're just going to keep at it. And I know that if we keep at it, and if we keep at it here in Minnesota, and they're doing what they're doing all over this nation, we are looking for a moment of true, dramatic, and important change. It was 1941 when Franklin Delano Roosevelt issued an executive order saying that there's a right to collective bargaining. He also issued an executive order which said there will be no racial discrimination in the military. He did these things because he had a Congress that did not want to do anything. So, right? And so we're calling on